Could you imagine if Bill Belichick has Tom Brady and then Brady leaves and then Belichick gets back to the Super Bowl for the second time in the span of 4 years? Would we be talking about Bill? Of course we would. This is what we do. And it's not just us, Stephen A. I'm not accusing anyone in this room or anything. This is just the way that we have sold the NBA. I don't love it. After game one of the Nuggets-Lakers series, I was on a show. I was on Get Up for 2 hours. I was on this show for 2 hours. I would say over half the conversation was about the Lakers and what they did. Oh, by the way, Nikola Jokic had his third straight triple-double that game and had 34, 21, and 14. How much did we talk about that? We don't do a good job of selling what the NBA is, which is 30 teams, 450 players, multiple superstars. The fact that people are now being like, oh, I didn't realize Nikola Jokic was good. Well, let's put him on TV more. Let's talk about him more, Stephen A.
And he could not be more correct. They saying he wants a head coaching job. I'm quite sure he would want that than to be sitting up there doing what he's doing. But he's also someone that kind of reminds me of a lot of Steve Kerr. He says what needs to be said in a certain period of time, and he becomes a what you would call the prisoner of the moment. Um, but for me, this was the biggest truth probably ever revealed on ESPN because they get paid by the NBA to advertise this product. This is the deal that they have. So their job is to sell it. This is what they have the license for to distribute the game. They do a horrible job of promoting the game. It is atrocious. So now that it comes from someone that actually played in the game before, he can see that it does not benefit the league to keep pushing a 38-year-old dinosaur. And you keep promoting the Los Angeles Lakers only and make everybody else the co-stars or the antagonists, and the Lakers are the protagonists in the situation, and they're all just guys trying to win a basketball game. You villainize individuals based to sell your brand and make it like Dylan Brooks, what team's gonna want him? And that guy has fought hard to give the Memphis Grizzlies a defensive makeup. Instead of people telling people the truth, they lie. And because they lie, everyone just followed suit. Um, the Memphis Grizzlies defensively were terrible before he showed up. But this is the stuff that Kwame Brown has mentioned in the past. This is something that I have spoken about in the past. People don't understand what we talk about when we say, you know, um, the game sells itself or the game pushes the game forward. We are not seeing that anymore. What we're seeing is a absence of that. What we're seeing is no accountability. We're seeing people pushing agendas more than we've seen people actually putting that best foot forward. We're not seeing that. So that causes everyone else to not promote the game. And I'm like, why am I doing your job for you? You're not paying me to do it. So why am I going to promote your other 29 teams when you're not going to do it? We're going to put the fire on you to do your job. So you want to talk about how great the Lakers are? I'm going to show you how great they're not. Not to be against you, but to be honest. They're not the best team in basketball. When they were the 13th seed team, you marketed them as if they're the number one team in the NBA to prove once again that this whole engine is engineered to just help the Lakers, help LeBron James. Every day, LeBron James is mentioned on ESPN. Why? He hasn't done anything special. He's going to be mentioned today. He hasn't done anything special. He just got eliminated, so he's done. But we got to talk about LeBron, right? So they always tell me, you always talk about LeBron. Meanwhile, the station they watch talk about LeBron every single day. Every single day they speak about him. So if every single day they're speaking about LeBron, what does that mean for the rest of us? What does that really mean for us? And if you looking at the other teams, what does it really mean for them? Because this affects their contracts and everything else. Dylan Brooks has turned the Memphis Grizzlies into a defensive team, gave them a defensive look that they never had before since he's been on the team. The defensive rating has shot up tremendously. And they treated him as if he was just some bum off the street who was just there, some punk to annoy LeBron. It was ridiculous. And the fact that they're catering to this guy is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen in basketball history. It is. It's god awful. They think it helps the NBA to have this Jordan LeBron argument. There is no argument. There is no discussion. There is no way this guy could ever be in the conversation of Jordan, Kobe, or anybody. But you want to keep doing it because you think it sells your sport. It sells it in a negative way because you're misleading people to believe a farce and a false narrative. People think I really hate LeBron James when the real hate is the actual propaganda that surrounds him, that the people have generated. No, this is why I say the things that I say. People will always have their own, you know, what you want to call it, their own ideology about the situation. They want to have their own, you know, whatever. And that's fine. People are entitled to their own opinions. But in my the way I look at it, it's simple. You either smoke or you get smoked. That is it. Barbecue or mildew for life. Now, the way I see it, they got a lot of changing to do in the NBA when it comes to market. Because LeBron's not going to be around now. So who you going to do? Move another superstar to the Lakers so you can promote the Lakers consistently? Just promote your talent. It is not hard. Like he said, why are we not talking about the Joker? Why are we not talking about Murray basically averaging 35 and 5? Like that's never stuff that's never been done before. So understand. Like, I really don't get it sometimes because people are just stuck in their ways. These propaganda media people, um, such as Shannon Sharp, who's become this like figurine figure of himself, when they can't look at the hourglass and say, hey, that thing is halfway empty, it's halfway full. They can't see it for what it is. I mean, is the sand running out of it? Then it's halfway empty. Time's running out. And that hourglass is running out on LeBron and the Lakers. They're going to be another high price luxury lottery team that they're going to try to push again next year, this time with greater odds. They're going to try to move another superstar on the Lakers to help LeBron James. At 39, the advertising, the marketing, everything is going to be for a dinosaur. Meanwhile, all your talent in the NBA has got to suffer. Even Steph Curry, the number one most watched person on the team, the highest ticket seller in the game. People, they would buy the tickets to see Steph Curry play. The kids, they love Steph Curry. But the focus seemed to always be what? LeBron. What? Makes no sense. It's baffling. It's bizarre. Beyond goofy. But I am very proud that these statements were made on ESPN's platform because it needed to be said. Those words needed to be said because it makes no sense. Any which way around the board, it makes no sense to cut it any other way. They don't do enough of promoting the real talent that's on the court. And that's the problem. So I'm very glad that this was stated. And on that note, I'm going to get out of here. I'm not going to make this long. I just wanted to make sure you guys saw that and saw that that was needed. So I'm out.